Hi, I'm Casey with Destination Events. I'm going to show you how to set up your PA system that you rented from us. First of all, I'll go through the components real quickly, and then I'm going to show you how it all attaches. First of all, you have two speakers. You have a bag full of cords and cables. You'll have a case which has got a mixing board in it, two speaker stands, and a mic stand. So I'm going to put the mic stand away for now because that's not needed right now. And I'm also going to put the speaker stands away. But before I do, I'll show you. The speaker stands are built to expand out the bottom. There's a knob here on the collar. You loosen the knob, spread the legs out, and then you tighten the knob. Now, this bottom part is locked. The speaker has a hole in the bottom of it. And I'll show you. Come on over here. There's a hole in the bottom of the speaker and a little screw knob. That hole goes right on top of the tip, and then you tighten that screw knob down on the back, and it locks everything into place. So normally you'll put your speakers up before you attach your cables. I'm going to do it differently because I want to do this for presentation purposes. So I'm going to put the stands away now, since we don't need those. Also, note how I put that stand away. There's a tendency, we get stands back this way a lot. People will push this down and bring us a stand back that looks like that. That's incorrect. The correct way is to push the center down the middle, pull the collar back up, and then just tighten it right there around the collar. So we're going to put our stands to the side. Now we're going to go through the individual components. We'll start with the speakers. Our speakers come in bags sometimes they don't. So if you got a speaker without a bag, that is not something to be worried about. Pull the covers off. These speakers are a two-way speaker. They're a 12-inch subwoofer and a 1-inch horn. So this gives a nice full range of sound. We're going to look at the back of the speaker. Come on in close. All of our speakers have two inputs and one output. For the sake of this demonstration, we're only using the inputs. However, it is possible to plug into one of your inputs and then run another cord out of the output into another speaker. That's called daisy chaining your speakers. We don't recommend doing that unless you know a little bit more about what you're doing, because it is possible to blow a speaker pretty easily if you do that. Down here is the power input and the on-off switch. Over here is contour and ground. We keep both of those pressed at all times. This is your volume knob. Each channel has one. We want to go about 50%. You don't usually need much more than that. The other thing you'll notice is this is an InstraString input. Our inputs for each channel are both an XLR and a 1/4 inch input. XLR is the 3-prong that will go in the middle. 1/4 inch looks like an old headphone jack, big one. So this will take either one of those. We can only use one at a time. You can plug an input into each channel and control the volume separately if you need to. We're going to be using the mixer, so that's not necessary. We're just going to plug into one channel and we'll be good to go. So let's go and now look at the mixing board. Quick mixing tutorial. This is a Yamaha mixing board, pretty standard, and inside the case is also the power cord. Power cord is going to three-prong. It's going to go into the back, and then we're going to spin it so it's tight. Then the other end obviously will go into your power strip or into your wall or wherever you have your power. Okay, we're going to look at our mixing board real quickly here. We have 4 channels right here that have both the XLR 1/4 inch combo input. So you can plug into any one of those 4 for your line in. That would be for your microphone, for your computer, for your phone, for your tablet, for your guitar, for whatever it is. These are going to be your main inputs. Then we have 3 channels that allow us to go only 1/4 inch up here. So you have a left and a right 1/4 inch there. Or you can actually go RCA. If you have an old school RCA to 1/8 inch adapter, you can go that way. We're going to mainly be using just the first few, but I'm going to show you how we could also use that. So that's what this is. Let's look at each individual channel. These channels have a little built-in EQ, so greens are your equalizer. This is your high, your mids, and your lows. And if you want to adjust a little bit of each, you can, and you can do it on a per channel basis. Right here, this white one is your effects. We usually leave effects off, but if you decide you want to put some effects, some reverb, some echo, that's over here, and you're welcome to play with that. That is not going to be part of this tutorial. Then this red one is your balance, left, right. Where do you want your sound to go? And lastly, this is your master volume for this channel. This turns up and down the channel. You'll also notice a little yellow knob up here. Not yellow knob, I'm sorry. Let's look at this very top white knob. It says gain next to it. So we look at it this way. This is for big movements of volume. This is for little movements of volume. So if you are running a microphone and you're hearing that really loud screechy feedback, this is where you would adjust that. You might turn it down just a little bit here or turn it up just a little bit here to get micro changes in audio. Down here, you get massive changes. Up here, you get micro changes. And you can play with that if you like. Normally, you need the gain up a little bit, and you'll notice there's a little gray spot there. Normally, we suggest you put your gain in the gray and you leave it there, and then just control the volume from down here. So then we look at this upper part up here. Right here, these are your outputs. Out to your right speaker, out to your left speaker. That's going to send anything that you plug into this out to both speakers. Lastly, we're going to look right over here where it says master, this big red knob. This is going to control all of them at the same time. We usually leave this up to about 50% and then control everything here. But if you need to turn everything up or everything down, that's the spot to do it. That's the basics, and that's really all you need to know. Phantom power is in the middle. If you're not running a microphone that carries a powered line, or if you're running an old guitar, sometimes you'll need to push phantom to get a little extra power. We leave it depressed. If you're going to use phantom power, you probably already understand what it is and why you need it. So we're not going to talk about it here. Let's talk chords now. Inside of this bag, or whatever duffel bag we give you, you will receive 2 microphones. You will receive 2 power cords for the speakers. That's what those go to. Those are speaker cords. You will receive, always, you get an auxiliary cord. This is an 1/8 inch to your headphone jack, computer jack. And as I was mentioning, these can just go right down the middle, and now we're plugged in. So decide which one you want your laptop on, or your phone, or your tablet, and plug that in, and then plug the other end into your phone or tablet. So that's what that cord is. We also like to throw in one of these old school cords. So if you did want to use an RCA, you could plug it into the RCA line and then plug that into your phone or tablet. Or if you're plugging into something that has old RCA, you can pop that right off and you're back into RCA. Lastly, you are going to get 2 microphone cords. These are mic cords. They have 1/4 inch on one end, so we'll go there. And then the microphone will go right there on the other end. The mics have a switch on and off. Switch it on, and then you can use your line. We'll unplug that for the moment. And these are your speaker cords. 1 to each speaker. They are an XLR on each end. So the output end is going to be the female. It's going to plug in there and then come around the back over here. The input end is going to be the male, and it's going to plug right into channel 1 on the back of the speaker. Okay, now the mixer is connected to the speaker, and whatever I play from there is going to come out of this speaker. We have 2 of these, 1 for each speaker. I'm doing all this live so that you can see that it's going to work, right? It's going to work. So another one, this is the other speaker. I'm going to plug this in the back. Okay, we're plugged into those 2 speakers. I'm going to go ahead and plug these cords in too, because I want to be able to make sure that there's audio and everything is working. So I'm going to at least get the cord plugged in. I'll come back with a power strip in just a moment and tie it all together. Would you do me a favor and just push pause real quick so I can
go?
Okay, so we just went and grabbed the power strip. We do not send you with the power strip, but just so you know. So I want you to see that I'm going to plug. I'm making sure right now that the power is off on both speakers before I plug them in. I'm going to plug it in. Here's 1 is plugged in. Here's 2 is plugged in. And then I'm also going to go ahead and plug in the mixing board. That is now plugged in as well. Want to make sure you see me do all that on the spot. Okay, and the only thing I don't have the capability of doing is playing music, because that's my phone. So maybe I'll have Lance pull out his and play the song from Top Gun. So what I've got here, I'm going to plug the microphone in. Come on over from this side. Channel 1, mic is going right in there. Set that down. Channel 2, mic is going right there. Set that down. Now that everything is plugged in, the first thing I'm going to do is turn on. I should actually show you one more thing. You're going to have an auxiliary. You're going to put music through it. So you're going to need this cord. That I'm going to put into channel 3, and the other end is going to go into your laptop or your phone or your tablet or wherever you're getting your sound from. Okay, now I'm going to test everything. I'm going to turn this on first and turn the volume down. Turn this on, turn the volume down. Okay, now I'm going to turn the switch on the mixer. The mixer lights up, so I know we're good to go there. I'm going to adjust my master to middle, and I'm going to make sure all my other volumes are turned down. Now that this is turned on, I will turn the volume up to 50%. I do that because I don't want there to be a pop running through the system while everything's turned on. Okay, now I'm going to pick up my microphone. This is mic 2, so we'll start with mic 1. I'm going to switch it on, and I'm going to check, check, test, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. And I want to make sure that I can hear it from both speakers, not just one. If only one's working, then we probably have a bad connection here or here, and we want to make sure that this or this is working right. Number 2, let's try the other microphone. So I'm going to turn that one back down. Check, check, 1, 2. So mic 2 is working. So both of the microphones are in good shape. The only other thing you would want to do is plug in your aux cord to your phone and make sure that that's working as well. You'll notice that this is a 20-foot cord, and this is a 20-foot cord. That's not a lot of cord. It gets you, doesn't get you very far. If you need more cord than that, please talk to us. We can rent you 25, 50, or 100-foot extension cords. But this is what it comes with, is 2 20-foot cords. Both of your speaker cords are also 20-foot cords. Now, to put it away, we want you to do everything in reverse. Take it apart, put it all back, put the covers on, roll things back up. Make sure that your things are zip tied. Make sure your cords are pulled out, your microphones are pulled out, all the cords are wrapped, and it's put back away exactly as you found it. Please don't shove all the cords into one bag. When this goes into the other bag or the other container, make sure things get back where you found it. All right, that's it. Thanks for renting our sound system. Let me know if you have any questions.